Hey, it's
What's up?
Unblocked. I got my guy here, Saint Warhead, aka Voodoo Dollies. My brother, TJ Bear, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. How are you doing?
Man, I can't complain. Not today. Not any day these days.
Yeah, been a lot of good days lately.
The market's jumping. Bitcoin's down a little bit, so buy the dips on that. But you know what it is. Ethereum's going crazy right now, so we can't be mad.
Yeah.
Can't be mad.
Well, unless you're paying gas prices, then you might be mad. But
Don't hurt him, Hammer. Don't hurt him. EAP's right across the line here, so hopefully that fixes something, gets us in a little bit better. So let's talk a little bit about you. Go ahead and tell the folks, who are you, brother?
my name's TJ Bear. I'm an indie hip hop artist. I'm a Twitch streamer, and more recently, a crypto investor and NFT artist.
Boom, boom. Let's talk a little bit about the hip hop factor. Independent artist. What do you go by?
Saint Warhead.
Saint Warhead, my guy.
Yes.
Let's take a look real quick. I know that you got the website.
I got a website. It's on all streaming platforms, so wherever you listen to music, just type in the name. Something should come up.
Look at this. Professional.
I have a background in web design and development, and did freelance design off and on for several years. So
Okay, so that's why you got the hot shit. That's why.
Yeah.
Toast available now on all platforms. Oh, I like that. What's inside of those glasses?
Toast.
Okay.
Literally.
Streaming times. Still following by these? Wednesday, 7 to 9?
Not as much lately, but I'm working on doing a new schedule. So I'm switching my streaming content more around NFT and crypto stuff. I still want to do some gaming streaming too, but yeah, just moving more into some variety streaming.
Dig it.
To align with my current interests.
Absolutely. You know, and everything seems to kind of align back and forth. You know, I'm a big gamer myself, as we were talking about. And you see, you know, we kind of get these distracted, these flickers, you know, and you go towards it like, okay, well, what's happening over here? Let me jump back into this. Let me jump back into that.
So, yeah, no, for sure.
It's really cool to be able to brand things, you know what I'm saying? Leave them open and then come back and sometimes even meld them all together.
Oh, yeah. That's what I love, man. I love coming up with creative and brand building.
So you got the Warhead weekly playlist on Spotify?
Yeah, that was something I used to do. I don't really do it anymore, but...
Yeah, and like I was saying, you know, we jumping back and forth so quickly. You know, you wind up doing something, set up a playlist. People are still bumping it. You come back to it. Like, oh, dude, I listen to your playlist all the time. You're like, oh, really?
Yeah. My problem is I just don't have as much time to find new music as I used to curate a weekly playlist. Like,
let's take a look.
Basically, just listen to music on my way to work nowadays.
Right. I think that's kind of where I'm at with it as well. You know, is with the markets all changing, with everything moving so quickly right now, and especially with COVID shutting everything down, it's a different world, you know, and the digital world seems to be real accessible. Seems to be kind of at the top of things. So got you right here taking some dabberoons, hanging out with some girls. Super cool stuff. So be sure to check out Saint Warhead at saintwarhead.com for the music side of things. Let's get into a little bit of crypto action here. So how did you get into crypto? What was your first introduction?
Well, honestly, it wasn't even that long ago. I first got into crypto around January early this year. Bought some Bitcoin, basically invested all of my stimulus checks. Also got a little inheritance check for a couple $1,000s around that time too, invested that too. And then just started dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin with every paycheck, couple $100. And once I started seeing how much money I was making from it, I just started digging a little bit more deeper into crypto. I would literally just start watching videos on YouTube for 8 hours a day while I was at work working. So basically it's getting paid to learn about crypto 5 days a week for 8 hours a day. And by around the end of March, I felt a little bit more comfortable with my knowledge and wanted to get some experience to match it. So I sold all of my Bitcoin after I'd made a few $1,000s in gains over the first couple months, and then invested it in a more diversified portfolio with some top 10 stuff, some top 100 coins, more micro cap altcoins, and just started doing a lot more trading using different exchanges and wallets, and just getting more comfortable doing more than just buying Bitcoin. And just learning more about crypto and trading different coins. I obviously ended up down the NFT rabbit hole because this was early in the year when NFTs were really starting to get their hype and buzz. And it actually kind of aligned with some perfect timing, because around the same time I started investing in Bitcoin, I started learning how to do pixel art just as a side hobby, because I was doing a bunch of Twitch streaming and gaming, and I kind of wanted to get into game dev. So I just started learning pixel art for fun in my free time. And that was in January, and around March is when I started getting deep into learning about NFT, and was just studying different NFT projects on Twitter, and was finding all these little pixel art collections that were literally generating tens of thousands of dollars in a matter of weeks. And I was like, they're literally making the same shit I've been making the last 2 months just for fun.
Yeah.
So that's when the light bulb went off with that. And so I started just watching a lot of NFT videos at work too. And then every night when I get home, spend 6 hours just working, studying on Twitter, studying on OpenSea, starting to plan ideas for my own project and collection, creating a new Twitter account for that. And for that, I just kind of dove in and went head first. Started, like I said, kept spending 8 hours a day at work at my day job learning, and then I'd go home and spend another 8 hours every night, 7 days a week working.
Hey, and that's a big thing to say right there. You know, take notes on that. I did a lot of the same type of thing, of where I was using my day job as a way to be able to learn about different ways to make money, be able to emulsify things. You know, a lot of people sit there stagnant, you know, just knowing, oh, I have to collect this paycheck and I got to do this, so I'm going to only focus on this. Or there's a lot of hours in the day, and there's a lot of different ways to skin a cat. So if you got a remedial task that you can do over and over again, sometimes that's the best way to do it. It's just to find something that's remedial so you can collect that paycheck as you're sitting there and working your mind and collecting more stuff. I see you took that all the way to the fullest, and you were able to combine, you know, all the different facets and all the different hobbies that you were doing at the time, pixel art, freaking video gaming, you know, everything all into one.
Yeah. Honestly, man, that's what NFTs feel like. It feels like the culmination of all the stuff I've been interested in my whole life, all rolled into one in a new format that you can actually profit from doing it.
Yep. You know what? And not NFTs, blockchain, you know, the whole entire encompassing of everything. You know, you're seeing music going on to NFTs. You're seeing art going on to NFTs. Now you're seeing websites starting to be hosted inside of the blockchain. You're starting to see the switch of where different platforms and avenues are starting to speak about switching everything over to blockchain to be able to collect royalties and stuff. So as you start to see things like streaming platforms, things like, you know, Netflix and Twitch and all of those start to switch over into the blockchain, it's all going to come full circle, and everything's going to be right there. Virtual reality is another crazy step that I think is going to start to meld and mesh the video gaming, music, entertainment, performance, poetry, you know, kind of whatever that you're into, I think will be held inside of these different rooms and inside of this different, what are they calling it? Real estate, digital real estate.
Yeah. That shit is jumping right now. People are paying crazy amounts of money for land plots in like Decentraland and Sandbox and these crypto decentralized gaming metaverses that are coming up.
On God. And I remember when Decentraland first blew up, I was sitting there thinking like, bro, there's no way that people are going to, you know, sit there and pay all this money. I think it was $30,000, the first one that I had seen it at. And that blew up to, I think, $1.7 million that it sold for right afterwards.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
I thought, man, I'm confused. Right when I first saw Bat Token, because I was using Brave browser, I thought, well, they're giving this away for free for using the browser, so it's never going to be worth anything. I bought into it at, I think, 11 cents or something. It's still skyrocketing. It's like $1.40.
Yeah.
So you have to look at these different things and think, okay, so they're developing new technology, even if they're using the same old code words that we've heard before, you know, where you think, oh, you know, this token, or you think, oh, well, you know, this reward system. These are completely different, brand new systems and different melding and shaping of all the other stuff, the culmination of all the other stuff at once.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, man.
So we covered basically how you got started into being an artist. Have you always drawn and done art, or are you more of a digital artist?
No, I spent a lot of time in digital design. So I did a lot of like brand work, so logos and stuff like that, and web design. So I've always really enjoyed design and branding. I used to draw a lot, you know, when I was younger. But I didn't really get into digital art until recently when I started learning pixel art. But like I said, I have a 10 plus background years in Photoshop and Illustrator. So I'm very, very familiar with digital art tools, even though I mostly did it for brand work.
All goes together, right? Once you know the palette,
yeah,
right? You know what you're trying to slice, you know where you're trying to go, and so let's take a little look here at the Voodoo Dollies. Share the screen here. So this right here is OpenSea. And you can go to OpenSea.io collection Voodoo Dollies. Here you can see their Bowman. I mean, look at how cool these are, bro. Straight up. I love the Ronald McDonald that's down here. Oh,
yeah, that one was one of my favorites too.
Hold on. Where did it take us to? View all again. Why is it not doing it?
No, because that's on auction. Yeah,
that's what it was. I love this guy too. You know, he holds a special place in my heart right here. We'll go back now. Let me digress. Boom, the Ronald McDonald. Swag. Swag.
Yeah, on a 32 by 32 pixel canvas, some ideas end up really hard to like translate because it's just not a lot of pixels to work with.
Sure.
So there's a lot of ideas I've had to scratch just because I couldn't really get it to translate well. But
and so
the McDonald's one turned out good.
Oh, dude, turned out slamming. The Deadpool is ridiculous.
Yeah, that one was good too.
So out of if you make one out of one keeper, how many burns do you get? How many that don't turn out the way that you're imagining right when you start?
Not a lot. Like I've probably only scratched 5-10 ideas total. I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. So you
like
pretty much
there was one like I wanted to give one like an holding like an 8 ball, but like there's in order to make the black ball big enough to fit like the white 8 in the middle, like the ball was just disproportionately huge and it like didn't make sense. Like you see that Pokeball right there in the Pikachu, it was like twice that size, so it just looked funny. And I was like, this isn't working.
just to get the 8 in the middle.
Yeah, just to get the 8 in the middle because
you can see the little gray dot or whatnot, and so
yeah. If I had a bigger pixel canvas, it'd be much easier to have it scale make sense. But yeah, just
we got the Voodoo Dolly right here too. Boom. So where can people follow you? You got
on Twitter and Instagram. There's Voodoo Dolls NFT at Voodoo Dolls NFT on Twitter, and I think it's Voodoo Dollies NFT on Instagram. And then there's also a Discord server. The link is in my yacht link, which is linked on my socials.
Awesome. And I'll put all of those in the description below. So.
But yeah, the project launched a little bit under a month ago, but it's basically been selling out nonstop since launch.
Love it. See right here. Oh. Now, tell us a little bit. Are these some artists that you follow that are some of the homies that you got, or?
Yep. So honestly, man, the NFT community is fucking insane, man. There's just a bunch of really fucking cool, nice people. So I'm in like 100 Discord servers. I'm in a dozen group chats on Twitter. Like, Yeah, like
Love
it's
it.
a very tight knit community, man. We chat every day. It's crazy.
So have you made
a lot of really good people?
Have you made some cool friends already?
Oh yeah, most of the people I'm retweeting are people that I chat with regularly. Like I try not to spam stuff that has nothing to do with me. But so yeah, these are mostly all friends of mine that I have a good relationship with. All insanely talented artists that are all also doing very well.
I dig it. Now, let's talk to some of the budding NFT artists that may be watching this. Where can people get involved? What communities do you recommend joining? Where are you at? Where can they find you and chat with you?
I mean, we always come to my Discord community. But honestly, just go through my follower list. I'm pretty picky with who I follow, and I'm only following around 200 accounts. So yeah, I don't really just follow anyone back that follows me. I mostly follow people who I've developed a relationship with, or who make content I really like to see. It makes me much easier to authentically and organically engage with my feed when I'm on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you actually know the people and like them.
Yeah.
Nice?
You can look at my follower list. You can join my Discord. That can lead you down a rabbit trail.
Perfect. Let's talk about the first project that got you in. We got Pixel Poop, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I saw this. I was like, oh, dude. Got the whole roadmap. The first dump, the poopsonality dump, poop scream.
Yeah, so right now we're in the middle of the poop scream dump. We're about halfway through the collection, but this collection's also currently sold out.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing the next drop either today or tomorrow, probably. I kind of try to time them when gas prices are deciding to be nice.
Right. That's how we're all operating right now.
Yeah.
Tell me about Poop Daddy. So do we have a poop community? Is there a poop army? What's going on here?
Yeah, we got the Pooper Scoopers. There's Discord for this project too. And this was the first project I did. It was kind of just a joke meme project to learn the space. Just kind of dip my toes into NFT, figure out the process of how to mint, how to make a collection, how to build a brand on social media in the NFT space. That's why it's so short. That's why it's only going to be 25, because it was meant to be a very short-term collection so I could learn the space. And then I plan to launch a bigger collection on the shoulders of this one once I got a little bit more established and familiar with just the NFT space. But that ended up happening quicker than I thought. And so I kind of launched that project in the middle of this one, and that project really took off. So this one's kind of taking a backseat, but the collection's still going to get finished. Like I said, it's already over halfway done, and it's only 25. So I plan on knocking it out over the next month or two and getting this collection finished finally.
Dig it. Is the continuing collection same theme?
Yeah, so the other collection of the Voodoo Dollies is the second one I ended up making. So basically, after I made this collection, I was on Twitter a lot. I already knew I wanted to make a bigger collection to build on the shoulders of this one. So I was coming up with a bunch of different ideas and just brainstorming ideas for collections. Voodoo Dollies was one of them. And I basically used the Twitter account from that Pixel Poop collection and just pulled the community on Twitter of the people that I started getting to know and said, hey, here's 4 ideas for second project I want to launch. Which idea do you guys like the best? Just to kind of get some market reaction from the community on which idea they thought was best. And the Voodoo Dollies won by a landslide. So at that point, I decided, you know what, this is I think I'm gonna go with this one. And so I kind of start working on it. Yeah, I kind of started working on it on the side and made a Twitter account for it after I got the first one made. And then it's right off the bat, the Twitter account was just getting instant engagement. And so I just kind of got excited about it and decided to go ahead and make a few and just start the first drop. And I just dropped 10 one day, and I was just going to leave them until I finished my first collection and then come back to it. And then all 10 of them sold out the first day. And I was like, oh, maybe I should double down on this right now.
I'll be right back. Oh, never mind. I guess I'll stay right here.
Yeah. And so after that, I kind of just went all in on the Voodoo Dollies collection, and it's just been selling out nonstop since then. And like I said, I've still been slowly getting drops out on the Pixel Poop collection too, but Yeah, which is how fast. And I'm still going to finish the collections. I don't like starting something and not finishing it. And I already have collectors in that collection. Most of them also own Voodoo Dollies. And I think because that collection is so small and it's technically my first collection, as I become more of a known artist in the space, that's going to make that collection hold a lot more value over time. So I kind of think that might be the sleeper collection, even though Voodoo Dollies is what's popping right now. So I'm still gonna get it finished. But yeah, so that's kind of just the story how that went.
Yeah, like we were talking about earlier, you know, when you're an artist, you know, like we are, and you start doing different things, you get so many different ideas and so many creative outlets, and then you get people pulling you in different directions as they're responding to the art that we're putting out. And so it almost kind of switches your focus. And then all of a sudden you turn back around and you're like, oh, wait a second. No, I have this great project and this is all polished and ready to go. Hold on. Let me get right back into this. I dig it. So I normally get into the news right about now. I got a couple of cool ones picked out.
Talking crypto news?
So I usually just pick a little bit of technology news that I think is going to bleed over into the crypto sphere or has something to do with, you know, whatever technological thing that we kind of do, right? So the first article that I selected, I thought this one was kind of cool. Let's see where we're at. Beaverton man charged in international streaming fraud.
Huh.
Portland, Oregon, a 30-year-old Beaverton man faces federal charges connected to an international investigation linked to fraudulently streaming Netflix, HBO Max, Spotify Premium, and other services. Oh, they listed him by name. You'd hate to see that. Samuel Joyner was arrested Wednesday by the FBI and already made his first appearance in federal court. Joyner entered a not guilty plea and was released pending his trial July 2021. U.S. District Attorney's in there. He's got an alleged accomplice. His accomplice was in Sydney, Australia. Accused of running an online service called AccountBot. Authorities explained that fraud this way, customers paid monthly $24.99 to get access to the streaming service at a reduced rate. So the reason that I believe that this kind of crosses over into our realm is with blockchain. So what we were talking about earlier is that the blocks are getting bigger and bigger and they're starting to host programs. So we may see streaming services moving over into the blockchain, therefore even further verifiable when things like this are happening.
I mean, there's already projects that are doing basically a Twitch replica and a YouTube replica.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's I don't know if there's anything like a Netflix type thing yet. I haven't heard of it, but that's the natural next step is definitely coming.
The moment that you start looking into things like that, you know, you start Googling, when I was first designing the game, I was like, oh man, we got one of the first games that's coming out to do this and da-da-da. And then I went looking for games and man, there's some incredible games that are coming out. So it's
there's a lot of really interesting stuff happening in the world of blockchain gaming and just VR and AR stuff, and also tied in with NFTs. It's crazy.
Yeah. Alice is one that I was looking at the other day, Alice Crypto, and my neighbor Alice. And man, you know how they have the digital land, you buy your digital space, then you interact inside of the world as an avatar doing game type stuff. Then you collect NFTs inside of the world to decorate with. I mean, the possibilities and the things, the way that we're all headed, and with our mind frames, you know, you saw how quick we were to jump in as artists.
Yeah,
how quick we were to adopt the different principles to understand what was going on, and having a graphic design background, having an electrical low voltage background inside of servers and electrical, it makes us understand from a different realm. You can look at it for a second and go, oh, wait a second. So you're accessing via Oracle and you guys are doing nodes onto the protocol, and then oh wait, and how much is this worth? Oh, 89 billion? Oh, okay. Now let me let me see. Let me retrack real quick. Let me refocus. I'll put this down. I'll be right back. So I dig it. Let's take a look at the second article here. This one's directly crypto related. Cryptocurrency's value surges to 45 billion in one day. A digital token was launched Monday and goes by the name Internet Computer. Did you see this one launch?
Yep.
It's already one of the largest cryptocurrencies in the world with a market value of 45 billion from Monday to right now. And this was written the 11th. So what was that, Tuesday?
Yep.
Yeah. So this was written on Tuesday. 45 billion in 2 days. And I saw it when I caught it on crypto.com, and I looked at it for a second, and I think it was at like 30, 40. I don't know. I don't want to say. I know it was low. I don't even want to think about it, actually. It's nice when you sit there and you have those debates for a second, like, oh, I'll let it simmer for a second and see what it does. You're like, ooh. All right. Well, next time. Yeah. Internet Computer's debut is happening as cryptocurrencies ranging from Bitcoin and Dogecoin are being discussed everywhere, from dinner tables to Saturday Night Live. That was interesting, right? We went from zero to hero real quick. Prices of many coins are surging. Yep. Total value of the cryptocurrency market now stands at 2.48 trillion, up from less than $1 trillion at the beginning of the year. And don't quote them right now because Bitcoin is down. As the run-up of 2017, many of the so-called altcoins will likely come down to earth with a thud, is what they're expecting. Really interesting. It's really interesting to hear things like the way that they ended it. You know, okay, the altcoins are all coming down with a thud, and this is going to happen, and that's going to happen. Yet you have crypto projects and guys like Voodoo Dollies, guys like Kudokan Token, you know, all of these different projects that are now solely focused on improving the amount of content that's there, the quality of the content, the different interrelations of the mechanics. I mean, all this different stuff. You start to look at this as a really viable market to expand all technologies into. So with them saying, oh, well, all these altcoins are going to fall down, you start to wonder, well, why are people saying that? We have all these great technologies and this stuff really is looking good. Why would people say stuff like that? And then you get to tokenomics. Then you look at all of these 100 trillion and 10 trillion and 200 billion coins that are coming out. These, I don't like to hate on any other projects, right?
But just with insane market caps and not even functioning technology yet. Like,
oh, I mean, is this what we're doing? I mean, all right, go 200 in, but now come on. Stop. Let's stop this madness. And you get all the retail investors jumping in real quick, and you're like, I feel terrible about this. It's about the time. I feel like it's sizzling hot. Let's jump out. And then it goes plummeting. And you go, oh man, everybody. Then your friends are calling you on the phone who wouldn't listen to you 6 months ago, telling you, oh yeah, I just bought Dogecoin at 70 cents. And you go, and you didn't decide to call me first? Yeah. This is the way I get to hear about this.
Most of those people I argue with on Facebook about it, and now they don't want to talk to me.
but don't do it. Don't do it to me. Yeah. Don't call me with this because I'm gonna have to break the news to you. That
I would fucking help you. I might have been a dick about it, but I was sincerely trying to fucking help.
Oh man, I know Corey. We got a guy Corey who just jumped in the chat earlier or whatnot. He said he was trying to help. He feels the same way. No, I was giving you tough love. Like, tough love. We already addressed this, and instead you came at me sideways on social media, and now I'm bleeding anyway, so it didn't help. No.
For sure.
Too much fun. Let's see what else we got. I kept this one short on us, but I kept it good. I wanted to focus on technology and things that were coming up that I believe are going to be affected directly by blockchain. Let's take a look at this. Facial recognition website can turn anyone into a cop or stalker. The facial recognition site Pim Eyes is one of the most capable face searching tools on the planet. In less than a second, it can scan through more than 90 million images across the internet and find matches at startling accuracy.
Jeez.
Most distinguishing trait is who can use it.
My face is all over the internet.
Right?
I got 1,000 pictures to choose from.
And they're saying also that they can find you
got
where
high
you're
res
at.
press photos.
They're saying they can find you though where you're at, like through cameras inside of the city as well.
That's
so
wild.
like they might be able to use facial recognition software and be like, oh, there you are. I can see you right there standing on the corner of 40th and Killingsworth. Wearing a red plaid shirt. That is not where Voodoo Dollies is, by the way. And just in case I guessed accurately, that was all people mentioned in this are fictional. What's stopping them? Literally nothing is what a technological researcher is saying. They said the search tools stand as a frontier of a new era in facial recognition surveillance. Powerful, sophisticated, available to anybody with added abilities for those who pay. Without public oversight, government rule controlling facial recognition use, researchers expect that sites like PimEye will multiply, capitalizing on the internet's vast bounty of photos and videos and making it possible for strangers to keep tabs on people's lives. So let's talk about blockchain implication with facial recognition software and being able to verify without a doubt, without an unalienable doubt, through, I don't know, things like the graph. Could the graph mix with a facial recognition software and therefore make a Google of blockchain on the images, time, spaces, and video of where people are at all points in time?
I mean, I don't see why not.
Oh, dang. Well, all right. That's going to make things a little different.
Yeah, I don't see why they couldn't.
So, I mean, there's a lot going on inside of blockchain technology. There's a lot going on inside of the crypto sphere. There's a lot going on with tokens. There's a lot going on with NFTs. And we're just now sitting at the beginning. It's a good day to be, what we always say, it's a great day to be a blazer.
There you go.
It's a great day to be on Unblocked. It's a great day to be in the crypto sphere. And we'll be selling it home. Insight, anything that you're interested in crypto right now? Tell the people, what are you watching?
Well, these past few weeks I've been moving a lot of my portfolio into the ADA and DOT ecosystem. I think a lot of those are going to pump. I think especially things like the DEXs and oracles on them have a good chance of going crazy.
Polka starters.
They're getting, exactly. The starters like Card Starter and Polka Starter. I think I just think as these things are getting closer to actually being able to launch smart contracts and have projects on them, and with especially how bad gas prices have been with ETH these past few weeks, like there was several days there where it was like $500 to do anything. It's just, and we already saw how crazy the Binance Smart Chain went just solving that problem, when it's not a real decentralized smart contract solution alternative to ETH. So I just don't see any reason how or why ADA and DOT aren't going to do some crazy shit over the next few months.
Big time. I'm holding a good amount of DOT right now. Been holding it since 25. Been thinking, man, this is a good look. This is a real good look and a real good time for things to start popping off. And especially if DOT, obviously with the stuff with the launch and everything, with Polka Starter starting up, you got Kusama and Akala and all the crazy stuff that are going on with all of those. You got a lot of, like I
didn't grab Kusama, but I grabbed some Kylan. I got a nice bag of Matic, and Matic has been going nuts.
Yeah.
It's been going crazy.
Big up to Polygon.
And I got that when I saw the OpenSea beta on Matic, and I was like, oh man. It's crazy as big as OpenSea is right now. Like I've been making, thousands of dollars in ETH a week of OpenSea sales, and the big problem there, my biggest block is gas fees, because I'm selling NFTs that are 0.02 ETH, so probably around $75 right now. But if gas is twice that, it's just hard. It's a real hard sell.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so me not wanting to move off of OpenSea, and then seeing the Matic version, which is basically just an OpenSea clone, but it's solving those ETH gas fee problems. I bought it into Matic about a month ago, and yeah, it's been going nuts.
Yep. Yeah, me too. Me too. I've been holding Matic for a minute. I've been holding Anchor for a minute. You know, just kind of waiting for those bad boys. I've been holding Seller for a good amount. I hold a large amount of Seller. I've been looking to get into Seller with our project. It's one of the biggest questions that I get at Kudokan all the time. What are you guys doing for the ERC20? You're an ERC20 token right now. What are you doing for the gas prices? What are you guys doing? And the answer is, you know, we're waiting right now for EIP 1559. You know, we're waiting to see what exactly is going to happen with the gas prices. What are layer 2 solutions going to do? What are the scalable solutions going to look like? Or are things like Polkadot, which Gavin Wood was very, very outspoken, you know, saying that that's why he left. You know what? He left within a year of Ethereum's launch, and he was the guy who wrote Ethereum's white papers and launched the first block on the blockchain. So to think that he said that he could do everything that Ethereum couldn't do, and that he could do it as an inclusive blockchain, and that he's taken his sweet time because he already had the resources to be able to do what he wanted to do. He wanted to do it right, not quickly. Man, I'd say that Polkadot is a problem for Ethereum.
Yeah.
I'd say that ADA and the way that Charles Stin is handling his stuff, the way that that the ADA army is, that the stuff that he's doing in Africa, you know, I mean, the Apple stuff, you know, I mean, they're making some real big hedgeway. They're taking some big swings at the tree right now in order to try to get that over. So July is going to be a big telling point in, you know, where things go and how things go. There's some big secrets in Kudokan that people don't know about that I've kind of skirted around that question for. Kudokan, you know, kind of changes its role and responsibility as soon as it hits a certain thing. People don't realize that our tokenomics, we are not a 0.00000001 coin. Our max supply is 1 billion. We have a burn system inside of it. You know, we're sitting at the same, you know, maximum supply as Polkadot. With a lot of usability in a lot of different cases. So staying an ERC20 token was never the idea unless Ethereum is making it that sweet for everybody to stay.
Right. No, for sure.
Now, you got things like Solana as well that are right there on that backside that people are calling for. So they got a heck of a fan base over there with Solana.
Another token I like a lot is OMI. It's been on a downtrend for the past couple months, but I got in at like 0.003, so I've never not been up on it. But I just really like, you know, I'm an NFT artist. I'm also an NFT collector, and I really like the Vive app a lot. So that's kind of why that's a long-term hold for me. I think that app can do a lot of big things once it really gets off the ground.
Me too. And you were the one who put me up on game on that one. I bought in right after I heard, right before the first initial push. So I was sitting good and low too. So no worries there. Watching it fluctuate, just waiting for it to pop. And looking at the Vive app, the Vive app or whatnot, looking at the cool stuff that they had going on with Cartoon Network and with the other endorsements that they had, sponsorships, you know, and it shows the ability of blockchain and of NFTs to be able to start having these business mergers and having these different things appear inside of their ecosystems. Augmented reality along with virtual reality, I think is a business, and that app is super cool how it has the augmented reality situation. So and Vivi is and Omi are the issue. Another one that I'm liking right now is Wink. Wink's a really cool one. The casinos that they had, and they were kind of popping off right about the same time. I bought into both of those ones at the same time, and they both just kind of sitting idly by. I think that the casino game right now is really hard when you're pushing actual ability to be able to get money out of
gambling in crypto is going to be huge. It's going to be such a big market. It's going to go crazy. I mean, it's already gone crazy, but it's going to keep doing it.
And as soon as America kind of lightens up to these facts and kind of goes with the
as soon as we get more mass consumer adoption, it's game over.
It's going to be really interesting. So right now they're pushing the rhetoric. They're saying that the COVID is starting to be on the downtrend. They're looking for herd immunity at 70% vaccination rate. They're starting to talk about opening the world back up. They're saying that people who are fully vaxxed can take their masks off on the indoors and all of that. So I was thinking that they were more pushing us inside and that they weren't going to go that way. And now as they start to let us back out, we start to see what the new ecosystem and climate of things are. It'll be really interesting to see how much these virtual reality living spaces have made a dent into people's desire to go back out into the public realm.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And now that people have gotten focused on it and started looking at virtual reality as a way to make nightclubs and do art spaces and bring more people in quicker.
I went to an art show in Decentraland with a bunch of my friends' projects this week.
Oh, really?
There hanging, yeah.
Bro, see, make sure I get an invite to that. I want to come check that out, brother.
For sure, we'll do.
And
there's actually another one tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night? Cool. Yeah, make sure you link me, and we'll also put a link. This will be on Sunday or whatnot. We're filming this a little bit early. I always like to film them early and send them out. So it's Friday right now, but this will be airing on Sunday. So maybe actually I'll grab a little bit of footage from me checking out the Decentraland.
The last one I went to, I live streamed it on Twitch. Did like a little 2-hour stream, just hanging out and chilling in Decentraland.
I think that's going to get incredibly popular.
We went to the casino after the art show. It was hip hop night. It was popping.
What?
There was literally the next day after that there was a pool party, but I missed it. Yeah,
bro. We finished the art show. We dropped by the casino. Didn't realize it's hip hop night, so it was jamming off, and then I missed the pool party. I just wanted to relive that sequence of events that happened inside of virtual reality again, so we could. Oh, okay. So we're there. In case people didn't know, they thought we might be going there. No, we're there. We're sitting in the parking lot just waiting for it to open up.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I dig it, brother. I dig it. Any other crypto insight?
No, I think that's all I got.
There it is. Be sure to check out everything from Saint Warhead, Voodoo Dollies, the Poop Daddy. You know what it is. All the links will be below. I appreciate you joining me, brother.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. This was fun.
My guy. Saint Warhead, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Bear, Voodoo Dollies. And we're out. Unblocked.